So we're looking at 9-12 and we're looking to put this equation here, which is letter A, into perfect square form. So we want to start by solving for graphing form or the completing the square like you did in lesson 825. So first you need to make sure that this is equal to 0. So we're going to subtract 3 from both sides. And that leaves you with x squared minus 6x plus 7 equals 0. And now I can start completing the square. So I'm going to start by making my parentheses with x squared minus 6. And I'll leave an open space, close the parentheses, add 7 outside the parentheses, and it still equals 0. So I'm going to make my generic rectangle over here. And in this generic rectangle, I'm going to put x squared. And then I have a negative 6x. So I'm going to put negative 3x, and separate that out. And I can go ahead and solve here. So I need x times x to get x squared. And then I need x times negative 3 and x times negative 3. Notice that those are the same. So now I'm going to take negative 3 times negative 3, and that gives me 9. So I need to add 9 here to make that. So it's x minus 3 all squared. And then I need to subtract 9 to manipulate my equation. So that gives me a final equation of x squared minus, we all make mistakes. Let me try again. We have x minus 3 squared from over here on our generic rectangle. And then we have minus 2 because 7 minus 9 is a negative 2 equals 0. Now this right here is what we call graphing form. We want perfect square form. So what we're going to do is we're going to add 2 to both sides. So that gives us x minus 3 squared equals 2. Let's look at letter B. This already equals 0, so we can go ahead and complete the square right away. So I'm going to rewrite this in parentheses, m squared plus 12m, leave that open space, close my parenthesis, plus 37 equals 0. Then from there, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to make my generic rectangle. I'm going to put my m squared in. And then right here, I've got 12m. So that's saying, why don't we split that up and make 6m and 6m. I want to solve my generic rectangle. So m and m, and it looks like 6 and 6. So we get m plus 6. 6 times 6 gives me 36. So I can bring that 36 up. And I know that this is going to be adding 36. So that leaves me with my m plus 6 squared. And then I have to subtract my 36 here to manipulate my equation. And I get m plus 6 squared plus 1 equals 0. Now this is graphing form once again, so we want to make it into that perfect square form by moving the constant to the other side. So I'm left with m plus 6 squared equals negative 1. Okay, so you should be working on letter C. I'm going to work through it too, so when we are done, you can check against my work. So go ahead and hit pause, work through it, and then check against my answer. Here we go. Didn't notice. There's a perfect square trinomial right there. So we actually don't have a whole lot of work to do. Okay, on to letter D. The 1 1.5k comes from half of negative 3k.